What's up, everyone? This is SportySpin17, and today I'm going to tell you why the Utah Jazz are going to make the NBA playoffs next season. Yeah, you heard me. Utah Jazz. I think they're going to be a 7, 8, 9, 10 seed. So pretty much the play-in. They're definitely going to make the play-in, I think, and here's why. So we have two really good potential subjects who will be probably blossom a little bit more next year. That being Collin Sexton and Walker Kessler. Now, the Utah Jazz don't have a true point guard, but I think Collin Sexton is the closest that we can get without drafting one. The Jazz, it seems from all the analysis that I've done, is the Jazz probably are leaning more towards a point guard for their 9th pick if they don't trade up or down or whatever. And then 16 might be a forward. That's just from what I've seen. Now, I think I would really like Taylor Hendricks from UCF, but we do need a true point guard. And that's where Collin Sexton comes in, because he could maybe potentially develop into a true point guard. If we could develop Collin Sexton into a better true point guard, then we could have Collin Sexton and then Ochai do the backcourt, Walker Kessler, a forward that we draft, and Lauri Markkanen. That's a very young starting lineup, but a very talented one. I believe that with this talented roster, we can easily make the play-in next year, depending on how we draft and how well players actually develop throughout the season. But I really do think Walker Kessler is going to do a great job developing. I think Lauri Markkanen is going to come back strong. He's going to have about the same numbers, 25, 8 rebounds. It would be cool if he got like 26, 27 points per game. I'm hoping that he gets a 50-point game next season. I think that'd be flipping awesome. But also another option is we could potentially sign a point guard. Now, here's the problem though. Here are the top 5 free agent point guards out there. Number 1, Kyrie Irving. He will never play for the Utah Jazz. Number 2, Fred VanVleet. That could potentially be good, but he is 30, almost 30. D'Angelo Russell, number 3. I don't think I want him. He is not a threat when it comes to the playoffs, as we've seen in years past, especially this past year with the Lakers. He did absolutely nothing for them in the conference finals. Number 4, Patrick Beverley. Now that's already a kind of a drop off from D'Angelo Russell to Patrick Beverley. We had him for a day. He was like, yo, if you're not going for the playoffs, I'm out. Like, I want to win. So we let him loose. Number 5, Russell Westbrook. I don't really have to say more there. So that's the problem when it comes to signing a point guard. I know we have cap space for it. Let's see who will be free agents next season. So next season, it looks like there is a lot of restricted free agents who will be free. Not very many. The top one is Shaquille Harrison from the Lakers. Like, who is he? Number 2, Javonte Murray. That would be cool. I saw a news article about the Jazz potentially trading for Javonte Murray. I think we just need to stick to drafting younger guys. I think that's what Danny Ainge wants. He wants younger guys to develop because, first of all, they're cheaper, and also I think younger guys just have a good fire in them. What about re-signing Joe Ingles? How do people feel about that? How do I feel about that? I feel okay with that. If we were to re-sign him on like a minimum contract, just to bring him back, be a great locker room man, help out the team. He did so many great things for the Jazz, so many memories. He helped shut down Paul George against Oklahoma City. I would be okay with it. I like Joe, great guy. He probably won't be very expensive. Again, we have cap space. He'd be a great veteran. He'd be a lot better veteran than Rudy Gay, in my opinion. And then, guys, something else that's going on in August that we can look forward to is the FIBA World Cup. I'm probably going to follow Finland more than the United States. I am a very like, let's go America and stuff, but I really want to pay attention to Lauri Markkanen because it's going to be him coming in on the Finland team, and he's going to be back from his military service. Finland allowed him to do that. If he played like he did last season, but also in Eurobasket or EuroLeague. Eurobasket, I think is what it was called. If he plays those ways, I think Finland could have a good shot. Now, I don't know very much about their national team. I've had only good experiences talking to Finnish people. So I'm all for Finland doing good. It will be another great opportunity for Lauri Markkanen to develop his leadership skills. He is the leader of the Jazz right now. I'm putting my foot forward. He's the leader of the Jazz. I think he knows that he is. He's one of the older players, even though he's only almost 27. He's 26 right now. He just turned 26, I guess, a few weeks ago. And so if we can build this team around Lauri Markkanen as a leader, and then we bring in like another leader guy like Joe Ingles, like he won't put up very many stats. Collin Sexton develops into a better point guard. Walker Kessler just keeps developing at a crazy rate as a center. We could have an elite front court, but also an elite back court, especially with Ochai if he develops. There's just so many good things that could happen with the Utah Jazz. And it's all thanks to Danny Ainge, all thanks to Ryan Smith. I trust in those guys. Ryan Smith literally bought the Jazz, and he was like, I don't care about money. I mean, I'm sure he does care about money, but he's like, I want to see a championship parade in Salt Lake, Utah. I'm 24. I haven't even seen them in the finals. The closest I've seen them to was getting their butts whooped against San Antonio in the Western Conference Finals in 2007. We're approaching 20 years on that, guys. Like 16 years ago. And that was my first memory of the Jazz, actually, was the whole Darren Williams, Carlos Boozer thing. So the future is bright. I've done a lot of videos about the future being bright. But guys, I think the Jazz are going to make the playoffs next year. And it's really because of Lauri Markkanen. It's really because of Collin Sexton and Walker Kessler and Ochai. I think those 4 players, if they continue to develop, we can win important games. Now, we'll lose a lot of games that will be frustrating, and then people will be like, oh, the Jazz, like, oh, Danny Ainge, da-da-da. It's like, no, guys. This is good losing games. We learned so much. You know how many close games we had last season? I'm pretty sure Lauri Markkanen learned so much about being a leader during those moments, and he had so many crazy clutch moments. He signifies Dirk Nowitzki in my eyes, but also, like, he's his own player. I haven't really seen a player, especially on the Jazz, like him before. And I really hope that he could maybe step up on the... I mean, he's a great defender. I've seen him defend really good, but guys, we need to step up on defense. That was a flaw last season. I'm really excited for the future of the Jazz. I really hope they're going to make the playoffs. And Summer League actually is just around the corner as well. So after the draft, Salt Lake will have a Summer League where it showcases rookies from, I think, 4 teams. The Jazz being one of them. And everyone, let's go out, let's win the day, and let's go Jazz.